Hello, Taurus. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead, my friends. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. So I'm here with a couple of oracle decks, and this week we are going to be reading about what might transpire from this full moon in Aries, which is also a super moon. It's the hunter moon, right? And so, this full moon, I feel, it is going to affect all signs, of course, as it always will, but especially Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn placements. So if you have any of those placements, whether they be in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Jupiter, you could be affected by this moon as well, maybe a little more than maybe the other signs. So the Aries full moon is here to inspire you, I promise. It's here to inspire you to be courageous and take some chances, maybe take a few risks. It's time for you to unleash your inner fire, my friend. And it is also, it's a time to make you feel more courageous, to maybe take a little bit of risks, maybe, finish up things that, things are coming to a crescendo because it is a full moon, right? And full moons are always about a release. So you might be releasing things in order to carry on with other things. We'll see what is coming up for you here, Taurus. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Hey, if you're brand new, welcome, welcome. And if you are somebody who's always here, thank you so much. I appreciate you, my Taurus tribe, so much. All right, let's get to the moon energy. And then we will put down these cards here, which I forget the name of. And then we will hit it with some tarot. Let's find out what's going on for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right, what's going on here? Hang on, things are a little bit chaotic, Taurus. I'm just going to say, maybe things are going to be a little bit chaotic for you. We were talking in the membership area today, and we were having a live there, and we were talking about how this moon is already intensely affecting some of the people. So if you're a person who is usually very sensitive around the full moon, this will be no different, possibly even a little more intense. It's time to take action, and that's exactly, it says new moon in Aries, but we know it's a full moon in Aries. We're seeing a full moon here. And it's time for you to take action. It's time for, some of you who have been afraid of maybe going after your desires, you're going to be urged by this full moon to go after your desires here. Give me one more card, please, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh, look at that. The full moon in Aries. Look, a fiery climax approaches. It feels like for some of you, Taurus, you will be releasing things, or maybe wrapping things up is why I'm doing the finger thing, wrapping things up, and a fiery climax approaches. So something is crescendoing here. Something might be coming to an end. You might be releasing things, and it's giving you look at this. We've got two Aries cards here, full moon and new moon. It feels like it's you're going to be given sort of a push. I feel like it's a push of energy. Bottom of the deck, we have a win-win outcome as forecast, and it does say full moon in Libra. We are in Libra season currently, right? So right now the moon is opposing the sun, right? Because the sun's in Libra, and that's the opposite sign of Aries, and Aries is in the moon energy. Tell me what else is coming up for Taurus, please. Tell me what else is coming up for Taurus. We have surrender. And so the fiery climax is approaching. It's time to take action. And full moons are about surrender. They are about closing chapters, releasing things. It is about surrendering things to the universe, right? We do have strength. I feel like this is going to be a moon that is going to offer you the strength to do whatever it is that you need to do. End something, begin something, go after your dreams, go after your passions, be creative, creative and courageous, and to take a few chances here. Bottom of the deck, some of you might be reconnecting with somebody, and it doesn't have to be in love, right? It could be, but it doesn't have to be. It could also be that you're connecting with someone who is an old friend, maybe someone that you haven't seen from your family in a while. Take it as it resonates for you. We're going to look at some tarot here. Taurus, if you're interested in joining us over in the membership area, we're having some fun over there. And please remember that private readings are open. If you're interested in a private reading, please look below this video to get the information about both of those things. Let's find out what's going on for Taurus. Tell me what's going on for Taurus, please. Tell me why it's time to take action. Why is Taurus supposed to take action, and on what, please? Tell me about Taurus. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. Look, it's time to reach for your dreams, I feel. If your dream is to become financially stable, a long-term relationship, a raise, a promotion, finding a new job, I feel like this new moon is going to push you, this full moon is going to push you in that direction. It's time for you to take action on whatever it is that you've been dreaming about, whatever it is that you really want. Tell me about surrender. What are you surrendering, Taurus? We do have the Five of Swords. Surrender the need to fight. Surrender the need for having to prove your point to someone who is not listening. The best advice I ever got is if they're not listening, stop talking. I feel like you're surrendering the Five of Swords. You no longer want to fight and argue. You no longer want to debate somebody about something like you'll never change their mind on. I feel like that is what you're surrendering here. This fiery climax is approaching, so it feels like something might be released or come to an end, or you might end one thing to begin another. We do have the Knight of Swords. Whatever it is, it's coming fast and aggressive. It feels like the fiery climax is fast and aggressive. It might be a conversation. We'll clarify to find out what is going on here. Tell me about the strength. Feels like you're going to have the courage to do it, the strength to do it, and because I feel like it's going to be tumultuous waters for you. It might be for some of you that you might be taking a chance to be courageous, to do something you've never done before. Could be that. We do have the Eight of Cups, possibly walking away from something that you were settling for in the past. We do have, in fact, a full moon at the top here, so it does feel like somebody is about to leave behind some things you may have been settling for. Things that maybe you didn't really want to do, but people talked you into it. Maybe you're walking away or disconnecting emotionally from a situation. Let's figure out what's going on here. Tell me about this Ten of Pentacles for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell us about this full moon energy as it pertains to Taurus. It's time to take action on your dreams here, friend. If your dream is to be in a full-on long-term relationship, or to create generational wealth, possibly to get paid more, get a new job. It feels like it's time for you to take action on those things. We've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. No more waiting. You've worked hard enough. There's no more waiting here. It's time for you to take action on whatever it is that you want to do. The Hanged Man tells me that you've been in contemplation, or you're in this place of surrender, right? Of, I need to surrender the things that no longer are serving me, the things that I've been hanging out and doing because other people wanted me to do them. And the Hanged Man is telling me that you have a different perspective. I feel like this full moon, Taurus, is going to give you a very different perspective of what it means to do things for you and do things for others. I feel like you are no longer going to pacify others, that you're going to be doing the things that you want to do. I feel like you're in the think tank here. You're ready to surrender whatever it is that you do not want or never needed here. I feel like this is the time to do it because the Seven of Pentacles is in the reverse. And then we have the High Priestess. I feel like whatever it is that you're going to do, first of all, I feel like with the High Priestess is that, the High Priestess does indicate silence, right? That you're not going to tell anybody. It's not going to be a big fanfare, Taurus. You're just going to go ahead and do it. And maybe people will notice later on. This kind of the energy that you are, right? That you've put in enough work here. I feel like your intuition is telling you that it is time to take action. I feel like your intuition is not going to let you go until you do finally take action on whatever the Ten of Pentacles is for you. What is the Ten of Pentacles, please? We've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse. We've got the Four of Pentacles, and we've got the Nine of Wands. I do feel, Taurus, that you are that you have been quiet with what your needs are, what your wants are. It almost feels like your happiness has taken a back seat to what everyone else wants. And I feel like this full moon is going to change that for you. You are going to have a different perspective. I feel like you no longer want to be exhausted with not speaking aloud or telling people what you want, right? We've got the Four of Pentacles, and we can see that she's hiding something here. She's hiding it, covering it with her cloak. It feels like you are, Taurus, not telling people what your needs are. I feel like that's going to change over this full moon. Tell me why surrender is here for the Five of Swords, please. We do have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like what you're releasing is you're no longer going to badger people to help you out. I feel like, and I don't think that you're a person who badgers people, understand? Like, I feel like you are a person who gives freely of yourself, but you're no longer going to bother with people that you have to lead to the well to make them drink. You're not going to do that anymore. The Five of Swords is fine. We have fundamental differences. I'm just going to release this friendship, or I'm going to release this group of people. You're not putting any effort in for me. So it's time for me to come to a place, because we are in a full moon, which is a release and a surrender, that it's time for me to realize what it is that I want to keep in my life and what I don't. I feel like for some of you, the Three of Pentacles in the reverse is telling me you're looking over the friendship list. You're like, that one gives me no energy. That one gives me no energy. It feels like this is sort of an intense moon for you, Taurus. The Three of Pentacles feels like, you know what, if people aren't putting effort into me, I'm not putting an effort into people. I feel like it's time for you to go into silent mode. But the thing is I feel like the Three of Cups being here tells me that that you are happy about it, that it's a celebratory time. And I feel like it's almost like you've been thinking about it. You've been thinking about releasing what doesn't make you happy and amplifying what does make you happy. It feels like with the Page of Swords here, that it is that you've been observing from a distance. You know, I think that you've been watching how people are treating you, what they're doing, what they're saying. And I feel like you're going to make some cuts with that sharp sword. You're going to make some cuts accordingly. I feel like it's finally just quietly releasing. I don't think this is any fanfare. We've got 7 or 6 swords here. 5 of Swords and 1 is 6. I feel like you're just moving along, Taurus. No more choppy waters. No more chaos in the mind. I'm just going to silence the chaos in my mind by surrendering these people who are not giving me any of their energy anyway. They're not putting into the friendship. They're not putting into the community group. It feels like somebody's not giving you any, whoever is not giving you any effort is going to see that you're moving away in silence. Tell me what else we need to know about Taurus and this fiery climax that approaches. Look, it feels like with the Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords here, I want to say that there are 7 swords altogether, 5, 6, 7. And I feel like something's coming to the surface, friend, that you are going to address verbally. That's what it feels like. A fiery climax is approaching here. It might be a secret. It might be something you didn't know that might be coming to the surface. Tell me about this for Taurus. We've got the 9 of Swords. We've got the 3 of Swords. Wow. And we've got the King of Pentacles. Look, I feel like something's over. Taurus, you will be making your cuts accordingly. And for some of them, you will back away quietly because you don't want to fight. And for others, you're going to tell them exactly what's up. Because that's what the Knight of Swords would do. That's Gemini energy. We've got the 9 of Swords. I feel like you've been feeling sort of worried about saying something or speaking up because you don't want to hurt feelings. You don't want people to be disappointed in you. You don't want to cause any sort of aggravation within your friend groups or people that you know, whoever you're dealing with, whether it's platonic or romantic. I feel like the King of Pentacles is telling me that through this full moon, as this fiery climax approaches, you have all the stability. I feel like in the King of Pentacles energy, you're like solid and grounded and dependable, and you know the self. You really know that you are this person who is charitable and kind and loving and an overgiver. And those people who are no longer putting energy into you, Taurus, I feel like you're making the cuts. We've got 9 and 1 sword is 10. I feel like some of them you're just going to say, you know what? I'm kind of done here. You go ahead and do your thing. I'll go ahead and do my thing. I feel like you're taking care of it in a very adult sort of respectful way. I don't think that there is arguments or fights, but I do feel that there is a release, which is the 10 swords, right? That there will be a release, and some people aren't going to be happy. And honestly, Taurus, I think that you're going to be in a situation that maybe you're not happy with the people that you need to release. Yeah. Tell me about the Eight of Cups, please, for Taurus. The Eight of Cups and strength. So this is exactly what's going on, Taurus. You are walking away, disconnecting emotionally from people. You're now dealing with people who didn't put any energy into you, your situation, your life. You have decided, I'm done. I'm over it. And it's time for me to walk away, and I'm just going to give you the swords, head over heart, and I'm just going to walk away emotionally. Some of these situations, Taurus, you're going to be walking away quietly, like the Eight of Cups. You're just going to release it and release the emotions of it and go. And for others, it's going to be tumultuous, storming. You're going to have to be really strong in order to do all of this. And this isn't going to be for everybody, because not everybody has healed to this point. This is the part of the healing where you decide that, you know what? I just don't need the extras hanging on my curtails. I just don't need it, because I feel like you're right here. You're in the King of Pentacles, Taurus. You're the one with the money, the stability. You're doing well. People see you doing well. You're doing well in your business. Maybe you're somebody who is ready to welcome this 10 Pentacles, and you are getting rid of the extras. That's what it feels like. You're getting rid of the extras that are in your life, that are in the back of the scene of your life, right? You're the main character, and they're all playing around in the back scenes there and not really saying anything. I feel like you've decided that it's time for you to stop settling. Tell me about the Eight of Cups and the Strength card. You need to be strong to disconnect here, Taurus. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Magician. And we have the Six of Pentacles. Taurus, I feel like the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups gives me 9. I really feel that you're about to alleviate some things that you've been sort of, I'm going to say, holding in a place, sort of like in a place where you're trying to decide what to do next. And the Nine of Cups tells me that when you do finally make these cuts here, I feel like it sends you on a new path. You start meeting people who really do appreciate you, who see that you are the magician. People who can see that you are somebody who is skilled, that you are someone who can who knows their worth. They know that you have the tools, right? You're showing here is the King of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups and the Eight of Cups is telling me 9 cups. I feel like when you do finally make the cuts and you stop feeling bad about connecting to people that, it's like the person who texts you, Taurus, and you just text them back to be kind, but they really don't ever say anything to you. They never make a plan with you. They never invite you anywhere. This could even be love relationships where somebody's just keeping you hanging on the line, right? It's time to cut that, because I feel like this strength here is having you realize your worth and that you do have all of the aces in hand. The Ace of Cups is the first one that I feel you realize that you have. And when you add it to the 8, I feel like it gives you a lot of happiness. It feels like with the Six of Pentacles here that you're tired of giving and not getting back. And I'm not saying that you always have to get back when you give, but I'm saying that I feel like you've gone through a whole cycle of people who are breadcrumbing you, but you're putting in your all, because that's what the King of Pentacles does. The King of Pentacles is always going to offer it all. And then I feel like there's some people who are breadcrumbing you. And so I feel like those are the people that you're making the cuts on. You aren't going to be making the cuts on everybody, but it does feel like there are some decisions that you'll be making, releases that you'll be making, and that this is a time to be courageous, take chances, and really for you to kind of sum up and achieve your desires, right? And not everybody can go to the next level with you, Taurus. That's how it feels to me here. Yeah. The truth of the matter is the Death card is here, and things are about to change. Everything's about to change, Taurus. And I feel like you're the one who is changing everything. I think you're going to be encouraged by this full moon in Aries. We've got the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Things go from really slow, you being patient, you being, moving slowly, to this Ace of Wands. And because everything is changing, you go from moving really slow and going over some details. I feel like you've been going over details for a while thinking, oh God, here they come again. You know what I mean? I feel like it's time. This is going to be the time for you to make the break, for you to break away. Aries energy and the Death card. This moon is transforming you, Taurus, and you are going to be, I feel like you're going to be making some cuts. That's what it feels like. Got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. You're thinking about it now as I throw these cards. I feel like this isn't going to be happening for you right now, but I think you're already thinking about it. It's like the Knight of Wands is in the reverse. And so we're not taking action just yet, but it's about to hit the fan because we got a Judgment in the reverse. I feel like you've been misjudged by a lot of people. The world, the people that you have not closed doors with, I feel you're going to close doors. People who have misjudged you, because you're kind. The Tower is in the reverse and it's in the distance. So when the Tower shows up in the reverse for me, it is a tower that's about to show up. I feel like you are about to create towers for some people because you're no longer going to be living in this energy by the time this all is said and done, because you're dropping these burdens. And I think that people just don't understand that when you're done, you're done. That's it. No more. All right, Taurus, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I'm going to go, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys, and I'm out. Bye-bye.